MT Butterfly Fox is first over the fence. Watch out for Easy Raider patrols.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance. Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
show Steve a good time, but, well, we don't know too much about what he likes. The best thing I know for breaking the ice and getting people acquainted is some good licks routine.
It's the big night.
That, and you would think, no, wait. No, I'm not surprised at all that I perpetually have no idea where anything is on my stream deck, considering the ongoing trend of, ooh, hey, lizard, of both the lizards and the fact that I'll, like, go for one. That's how I get on my horse graceful. And that's how I get off it. Now that we've established that, can I press the right buttons? No. Like, given the enduring trend of a lack of energy leading to only one stream a week lately, which sucks, but I think I've got that figured out. It's no wonder that I don't know what's going on with anything. Because, yeah. Oh yeah, unfortunately we do have to watch our horse die again. Also, I remembered that one good thing. Hey Soft, how's it going? Hopefully better than aggro. Although that's a very low bar. I love the very old, little bit of jank, bit of... You get the feeling, you get what they wanted to convey, but also, you can tell, you can see the seams in the production, which is both really cool and also a bit funny, because, like, the older the games you get, the more that you're kind of inherently aware that it's a game. Like, it's not meant to be immersive. It's not meant to be a whole flawless thing. It's like, yeah, I'm playing a game. There's a little bit of legwork expected on me for interpreting what everything is. But it also means that you can do things like spot the seams. Like the fact that that mechanically speaking, the grass and vines that I'm climbing on right now is just not even retextured Colossus fur. Like, there are some Colossi that have this kind of grassy texture on them. It's like, yeah, we made something that's eminently climbable. We're gonna put that all over the place because we don't have the time. We're gonna turn an old rotary phone to PC mic, but then I had the bright idea of disassembling the hang-up switch to figure out how it works. I still have... engineering and science at its finest. You'll get it eventually, but until that point, it's going to be extremely frustrating because that's how it always is. Yeah, because speaking of that, I realized I haven't used my 3D model a ton, and the reason is that I have a little, like, whenever I do anything new or set new stuff up, that I don't want to have too many uncontrolled stuff going on at once. Like, there's still stuff I want to test for the 3D model that needs, like, live stream doing. So, because I have a couple... Did I switch up two things? So I know there's a VSC regime that's new now. That I have no idea how well it's actually going to work because it's playing hey Botanic, how's your scong going? Yeah, I have no idea how that's going to work because it's literally just a 30-minute audio clip, because that was easier than doing a properly delayed like code thing. No, because it's on there. It should be on there. Is it on there? I think it's yep, the VSC is on there. Whether or not it's actually on the proper delay of 45 minutes, because Like it takes half an hour to properly fire off, and then I suppose it doesn't really need the cooldown, but just for the sake of novelty, it is also a long one, like a bit of a cooldown. No idea what VSC stands for. You could redeem it and wait half an hour. That's the big if. It's fundamentally a stupid idea because it's something that nothing happens the moment you redeem it. Because like I couldn't be bothered. I did this at like 11 p.m. on a day when I wasn't taking my ADHD meds, so I was like, I did it, I got it barely working, and then I fell asleep. Barely made it to bed. Oh, thanks for the VSC. I will start thinking and working on getting my shit together. Oh, I thought those were cat ears. Oh, wait. Oh, hey, banana. But, wait, it was? I don't know. Oh, right, the suitcase edges. I suppose it kind of looked like it. How are you doing? I've already lost sense of everything we're doing. So, obviously, I have no idea. Yeah, I can at most guess from any major disassembly project from doing anything that had a step one of take things apart or picking apart code and figuring out how it works. That's like, all right, this is working, and now the assembly is the worst part. By the way, if you find the Fey bastard, ask for my attention, let me know so I can hunt them down. I think they're in our D&D group. You know the one. I'm just saying, if there's anyone to blame for the Fey nonsense, it's them. But bold of you to assume I haven't. That's fair. Attention span is luxury. Ow! Luxury for other people. Not us. God, we are so seriously unconscious. I'm doing okay. Like, on one hand, I have enough energy to stream. On the other hand, I think that's partially because I realized that I'm pretty sure most of my issues are because my current dosage of meds is too high, so the stimulants are stimulating other things than what they should be. So I didn't take them the past weekend to reset, and I have no idea if it's tired because went without for a couple days and now they're back, or because it was needed and helpful. So, like, the glass coffin remains to be seen. Yeah. And they're almost out, so like, oh, I did not time that remotely correctly. I love how there's a little ledge in that specific area that I'm pretty sure is to just catch you like that so you don't lose that much health, but yeah. Forget how much timing is needed here. Wait, like, I'm almost out of meds, so I can just get like a appointment before the refill and ask, like, hey, can we go back down a step? I can't believe that worked. Oh, there it is. I need a clip command. Because whenever I set a marker, I almost always forget to go back to it. I have a full plan. Ooh, that's dangerous. To know what the hang-up switch goes to. The graphite mic needs power, so I'm going to feed USB into it and have an old school mic cable come out the phone port. I should be able to knock out the... That is incredible. Like, if that works, I'm amazed it's not a gimmick that already exists. Like, if you ever been on a call and be like, all right, this is stupid, I'm leaving. I love y'all, but fuck you. You know, like the end of a D&D game where it's like, that was emotionally devastating. I hate it, but you did a great job running. And angrily hang up. Oh, wait. That would be perfect for one reason that... So, not the current campaign I'm in. That's a whole other level of stupidity. but the last character I played, is an artificer, and the way we play it, we go pretty fast and loose with like everything because it's more fun that way for us. So among other magic items that just kind of we passively had, there was a sending stone from our party directly to the town mayor. And because I was the one who made it, my character usually had it. Not the acid. The gallon full of acid is another stupid thing. The reason why anytime anyone talks about power balancing, I'm like, no. The most powerful thing is not whatever meta build of hot nonsense and shoving up numbers you think it is. The biggest power build you can get is just some creative math, a bit of creativity, and a DM who you can browbeat into nonsense. Because I did the math, like I couldn't sleep one day, and I'm like, all right, how long will the alchemist jug that I just got because artificer, how long will that take to make a gallon full of acid? I tracked the days as we traveled around, and it was full right before a boss fight. And I'm like, all right, I recognize that is a zombie beholder. I'm the only one in the party who realizes that. I do not want to deal with that. I am chucking the gallon full of acid, and I think the minimum damage was enough to get it bloodied. And it ended up like just melting that boss encounter to the point where I'm like, I'm sorry about that, dude. The joke has been completed. I'll move on to more fun bullshit. Not an infinite jar of high grade. Nope. Literally melted the boss, and then I think, yeah, and then every other zombified and undead corpse that we fought in there, we just threw in the puddle, and it kept on melting because it was a gallon of high grade acid. And like we did everything we could to reduce it, because I did the math of like, all right, there's this many ounces. By the player's handbook, 1 ounce does 2 ounces of acid based off of what they call a vial. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's somewhere else, something else. I can get through here perfectly fine just through the method. Like, does 2d whatever of damage for, and judging by this chart that says how much capacity each thing has, it's vials 2 ounces, so gallon has like I think 128 or something damage dice, and like we did checks to see if I'd hit and lowered it, so on and so forth. Still melted it. It was fun for me, at least. But yeah, no, the joke that ended up arising naturally was like I was the only one who consistently had the sending stone, and every time we talked to the mayor, I'd intentionally phrase it ridiculously. Like with the session where we found, or where we melted the boss, we were going up to a temple on top of a mountain, found like the regional deity that was being worshipped in that shrine. So I called the mayor, said, we have found God and they have offered us a job, and they hung up on me. Happened all the time that I would phrase whatever we were up to in the most ridiculous way and get hung up on or thrown out of the office. I'm like, I'm just being accurate. But yeah. But no, I do think that part of why Artificer in 5th edition, at least, it's a little lackluster in terms of stats and abilities, because it assumes the type of person who plays Artificer is going to be like the type of absolute weirdo who remembers and wants to try things like either the literal portable hole full of beer, which is possible without a DM assistance or cooperation, because you can make portable hole as just a thing. And you have, of course, the alchemy jug, which is absolutely ridiculous for the amount of liquids that you can make. Yell at me when the VSC or whatever acts. I'm skonging it. you'll hear it. It is a voice redeem. The other thing is that it's me saying stuff, so you'll probably hear me in duplicate. One part of me freaking out about why I'm suddenly hearing my voice and getting jump scared by that. I forgot how to grab the alcohol nebula in D&D. Yes, real. Oh yeah, that. That's one of my favorite things about space, is that if given enough size and time, anything that's theoretically possible can kind of just happen. And a lot of things with space is just like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of chemical reactions happening because there's a whole bunch of stuff just perpetually occurring out in space. So you get stuff like alcohol nebula, which is fantastic. And oh, I forget that the game that bastard, clutch your back like an old man. Clutch it harder. Like, the game expects you to latch on perpetually, but you don't have to. Well, that was weird. There's a planet that rains glass shards sideways. One rains I think there's a few that rain like diamonds and precious gems, like, because all a diamond is like compacted and crystalline carbon. Like, actually a lot of stones are like that it's very common types of elements just aligned and arranged in a very specific way. Actually, we'll stab it properly. Like, it's just, yeah, that's sort of thing kind of just happens. Because no matter how weird that you think things are, it's always something weirder. So I did have to look this up because it's stupid. It's stupid and I don't entirely know how to do it. I think I just let myself get flung one go, and camera, please. But you have to, like, there's a second weak spot on somewhere on him. If I fall down off of this, which I inevitably will, I'll actually scan him properly. And you're supposed to, from his hand, hit the weak spot on his shoulder. Actually, I think I do need to just scan him. There's this actual one on the head. Yeah. And there's one on the upper arm. There's one on his back. One on his noggin. But, like, I know the idea was to not make it easy and make it both. But I just think that Malice is the boss that requires the most, like, not really prep work, but just sheer skill and aggression. Because every other boss... Oh, and the other part that's screwing this up is that this specific version has a... I mentioned this last time, where this specific version has a bit of an issue where, since they increased the FPS for the remake, or port rather, this isn't the remake, not yet. Yeah, so there's one here. Is there one? I think I either have to hit that one again, like this one arm again. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, if he didn't have tower pants, like the full reason that I have a theory that these Colossi want to be defeated and are trying, or if not, well, it's like two theories, right? Because there's one that says, there's one side that I can see it being like, yeah, the Colossi want to be released. They want to be killable. They want it to be possible for someone to show up and murk them to free them. The other theory I have that's like either or at this point really is that can I? Oh wait, that's kind of huge. His wrist doesn't move. Nope. His wrist is by far the most stable place to try to fuck around and find out. I think I'm getting it. I think. Nope. But it's just like the arenas and the weaknesses are too convenient for them to not be designed to fail. So it's either willful on the parts of the Colossi or willful on the parts of whoever created or bound Dorman, because like this guy's chained to the spot, and I can definitely see this entire tower skirt being an elaborate way to keep him contained. It's like high fantasy SCP. Another option. That too. The people who made these could just be absolutely incompetent. Tried to make a scary and unkillable, undefeatable monster that could never be destroyed, and then like, Because I can see in this case, like, the tower skirt just being, hey, we've built this entire thing in order to keep the Colossi in place and contained, and like kind of like a Death Star situation, which I think they did canonically fix on the second attempt, instead of one big and massive exhaust joint. Is like, yeah, we have multiple tubes, it's less efficient, more costly, but this way we won't get smoked by a single proton torpedo coming down that shaft. There's nothing to hold on over there. Yeah, and like that's exactly what I'm getting at, that the tower skirt is either scaffolding and he's still in dry dock, essentially, or the camera is my biggest foe right now. Or it's like there wasn't really a way to make this, like if they made it too rigid and straight up, then the structure would crumble beneath. That did not hit. I think I just have to hit the shoulder. But like, this happens every time. You have to take a shot. So from every guide I've seen, it's like you have to take a shot or a wild leap at things. Did that do anything? Oh, come on. Yeah, another point to that would be the fact that he's not properly enraged at us here and trying to kill us. He's still set to safe mode, so it's like, huh, why is a worker there? They usually don't. So he's more curious. it's impossible to aim because I'm trying to be quick so I can actually hit him without falling off. But it's also because I'm on a moving... Why do they think this was a good idea? I will complain about this one in perpetuality because, you know what? I jumped. I was trying to jump from here to the thing on his neck, but yeah. I'm looking up a guide because I can never remember how to frickin' do this. Shadow of the Colossus. Colossi 16. It's either the leap of faith or that. Yeah, I know how to get there. My problem is getting to his noggin. Other hand. Can't reach the shoulder. Use your bow. Fire an arrow into the shoulder and grab on. Yeah, so it's just you got a quick shot into the shoulder. It's unfinished. I mean, he might have weapons he can't use, and whatever his built for was ended before they could finish. Which means what is he built to counter? Yeah, which is a good point, except I don't know. One of the well, here's the thing. I go fully on the theory that these things are designed explicitly to contain Dorman with no other purpose. But with all things, there is just as much evidence to point that they were using Dorman as like a power source for these things, and they were made for some purpose. Given that you have things like the first Colossi has what's essentially a saddle on him. Like he's built and kitted out like a war elephant. That's what, or at least what I've always heard him referred to. That was close. And it could be possible that this is less of a counter, unless there's more. Oh, come on. I think I'm supposed to have like twice as much time in this upstate than I am, but yeah, like this one's basically a super weapon. Which I do like the idea that he's in dry dock, which is why he's chained to everything. That hit! Game, please. Yes! I can't believe it. I've actually done this properly for once. The only other time I've beaten this game, I did it very much weird. Like I somehow managed to fling myself from his hand onto his neck plate. All right. Now we just have to stab him in the head and we can be done with this mess. Don't resist, you're stuck in place. Yeah, like a monstrous abandoned prototype. Like, it's like if instead... Ooh. That would be a good sci-fi sort of thing. Like, imagine the Death Star, but instead of an actively used super weapon, it's just... Well... I've now realized that I am basically describing the plot of Halo. Like, hey, we have this thing left by ancient aliens of great importance. We don't know what it is or why it was made. That hit. But also, surprise, surprise, it is a super weapon capable of destroying civilizations. We didn't know until we almost turned it on. Yeah. I suppose that's a part of why this game has a lot of staying power, because like there is just as much evidence for everything as to what, and the fact of these things being like because it's obvious that they didn't need, that they're able to like leave Dorman in some type of restricted amount of power, that they didn't need to. Oh, I am on your face. Would you calm down? I don't want to be here either. And I can deal with that headache. I am going to try to back off for a second so I can not fall off. Oh, he's gone full angry. Star Wars EU, there's a Death Star prototype built to drum up support for the Senate. Could fire stupid faxes, just engines, reactors, and lasers. Yeah, I know that. I guess the implication is that the actual Death Star, like, after a certain scale, it needed a lot of, like, a lot of it was just for support for maintenance and crew and people living on it, etc., etc. Could still fire pretty fast. It's also harder to hit than normal Death Star since it didn't have the mass, just skeleton main systems. It's like the point that I think it might be Expanded Universe 2 that someone made, like, you just want this as a vanity project. We could use the time, money, and materials to make a massive fleet of Super Star Destroyers, and they would be more effective. Let us lock down planets and actually use them afterwards. Oh. Yeah, point to how much I dislike Malice. That's the first time I gotten that achievement. Because my other file is at 15 out of 16. Anyway, in case you didn't expect it, the Inquisition. I don't know, that's a fun thing about sci-fi, that you get those big dumb objects. Actual term coined by old sci-fi fans for things like the Halo rings, and what those were before Halo, like either ring stations or Neuven rings. Like that, Dyson spheres, etc., etc. Wow, his face looks more wooden under the mask than it does above it. Is because, like, yeah, it's impractical. That is... Wasn't expecting a sort of Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition. I still want to do the D&D mod. I've had an idea for mono party D&D for a while. Of just, you need to have a little bit of the session 0 and then, like, time to prepare. Because you have to agree on what class everyone's playing. It would be so, also side tangent, it would be so funny if it was like, they come in, for thy next foe, Dorman starts his monologue out of practice, and then they cut him off. Like, a party full of Inquisitor rogues would be fun. So in the Tarkin Super One EU, right? When it was created, the creators of the comic wanted to use a new Death Star and couldn't because that was the plot point at the end. The Death Star. I didn't know that. That is so funny. Like, wait, we have an idea. Another Death Star. George Lucas. No, that. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying you can't do it because it's too good of an idea. That's kind of exactly what we're doing. God, he is looking so rough. Time has not been nice to our boy Wander. Well, not as rough as Mouse, but yeah. Because you can't use that. I won't elaborate. Just, well, y'all will get free tickets to the showing. Like, that's just a perk working here. I love that these guys are here just doing spiritual IT. And then suddenly, twink. Oh, hey, he has horns now. That's awful. God. He looks like an SMT protagonist. No, do you think Wanderer's ever had any thought in his head at all? How long were they doing their spiritual stuff? That's the thing. It's impossible to tell because there's no day-night cycle. They couldn't fit it on the disc, and then they're like, hey, we'll just add in a lore point that the Forsaken Lands is timeless, or frozen in time. So there should be more than just like volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Peoria, Illinois today, where a world eater's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not abandoned blockbusters. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. So in case anyone's wondering, VSC stands for Volumetric Shit Compressor. I got the idea that it would be funny to have a redeem to tell me to calm down, match it to the time it takes to internalize that thought from Disco Elysium. And then I'm like, wait, I can't really edit it. I don't want to run it full because the voice acting in Disco Elysium is fantastic, but like it would be funnier if it was custom. So I just sat down and did a couple recordings until I got it. Cannot hit the sheer baritone and cadence of that voice actor, but like, what do you expect? I'm not a trained VA. And I was so confused for a minute because I was watching the time. It was like, all right, it was about 15 minutes in. It's probably going to hit about 45 minutes in. Then I got distracted and got surprised by the fact that I cut myself off. Like, what? Love the mic I'm trying to make. Telephone mic usually. Ooh, interesting. I don't think I'm familiar with that. With like, if like the specific type of telephone style mic. I thought it was just you were using the audio in from a old phone to be used for that. Love Silk Song. Skong does not love you. Yeah, Skong hates everyone. That's just the nature of it all. I honestly think that it's like that. Like, if you're having a lot of Skong issues, the way to go might be to. Oh, okay. So I did get that right. It's definitely a sweet project. I love the vibes. But yeah, I think that the thing is for Silk Song that it kind of my theory is Team Cherry spent the 7 years it took to develop the game locked in their basement willingly and playing nothing but Hollow Knight. Also, I love the fact that this game ends with Dorman fully possessing us and we get to play as a Colossus, and we're like, oh, maybe the reason that we didn't die is because it is legitimately kind of hard to hit something moving that fast and that small when you're big and lumbering. Like, there's still an ambiguity. He's not even... Dorman isn't gloating. He does eventually, after all this, keep his promise and resurrect the dead girl we found by the side of the road. And it's more of like, hey, y'all hate me, so I'm just going to borrow this body and hole up. I also think there's some like beta elements in this because we got a general minotaurish shape, which is several times, but like the spider limbs on the back, there was a spider boss, and I think they reused that. Got cut in beta, but there's like some screenshots and some data of all that. I think those legs got reused here. So the situation decided to get hands on. Hell yeah. Like, I can't catch up to that dude. Did I just... Oh, that's why. They're all right in front of me. How do I attack? I did it once, but I don't remember. There we go, it's just square. Can I kill? No. Ooh, that was a direct hit on one dude. Oi, get back here. And it's technically a form you can have in D&D Minotaur drop. Huh. Yeah, technically you could do that. Top half bull, bottom half spider. That's kind of horrifying. Big ass spider ass, and the top's imagine that chart. Imagine you hear something like on the side of a building, you look out the window and you see going vertically up a bull charging at you, and then you see all the spider bits. It's part. Oh yeah, oh yeah, minotaurs aren't small. I think Driders and Minotaurs feel like one of those character classes that shouldn't be medium, like should just be straight up large. I think Driders are actually large. The problem is, I severely don't give a flying fuck about like anything first party D&D. Like, I'm the type of player I don't own a DM's guide. Never stopped me from running a game. When there's all that all that nonsense about Wizards of the Coast fucking up the OGL, I'm like, or not OGL, that one was still kind of sucked, but when there's talk about like the new version D&D Next or D&D 2020 whatever, I'm like, why do we care? I've never used officially published materials anyway. I know people who still run 3.5e because they like the rule set better. No. Anti-material rifle was Savage Worlds, not D&D. I've actually read the rules for Savage Worlds. I just thought they could take bigger hits because the first time I played a game, they took no damage. And I was also used to the D&D type of things. Man, I thought I could grab on. Or am I... Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. Ow. I was used to D&D where 2d8 where like you need more than 2d whatever damage in order to deal to significantly threaten a party. Otherwise, it's just scratch damage all the way down. But the thing is, for Savage Worlds, you have 3 wounds. If you get 4 points over their toughness, they take a wound. If you get below 4, they are shaken and are essentially stunned, have to make a roll, can still move around, but can't like take actions. And you have to do a roll to remove the shaken status. Oh, bridge supports are gone. Well, they didn't even need to like, actually, maybe with that design of bridge, it's a big stupid bridge to the point where it shouldn't be standing to begin with. But I'd assume if you just did remove one pillar, the whole thing would come down. Also, that rider in the back is definitely needing to change his pants after that. That'd be terrifying to be that close to the breakpoints. But yeah, in all fairness, that was like the second game I ran in Savage Worlds, and that was before I categorically gave up on the concept of actually dealing damage to the party. Because the other fun thing of Savage Worlds is it very subtly wants you to take and plan the world like you're making like a Schwarzenegger movie, a bad B movie. Like it's the tabletop equivalent of Wolfenstein or like a Tarantino movie. So, like, the setup for combat is for as many rounds as you want this to be, have it as like a little less than one enemy per player, and like stagger them to come in waves. Yeah, why don't you Invasion USA? And like that's totally an option. Like the reasons I love dagger parts, the party hasn't bled yet. Make them. In all fairness, I could do a lot better with it actually hurting you guys. Part of it is a little bit of I have trouble towing the line with how much damage you can take without it being overkill. Like, and the other part of it is legitimately bad luck. Like, I can roll the same or similar dice to you guys, and the way the rolls go is you guys will usually succeed. And players also have more resources to succeed. Like, they start with three little tokens that they can use to re-roll and do a couple other stuff. And they can easily get more by just engaging with the story, doing roleplay, or getting lucky with, oh hey, the horse made it. Ah man, now Wander's the only one dead here. This sucks. Like, they have more resources, but as a DM, I only have 2 of these tokens to use for every enemy, which means I rarely use them because I'm like, I don't want to waste this because I know what's coming and I want to use it for the bigger stuff. But I also don't want to have like the type of characters that get 3 bennies off the bat, because like that is way too much for what I have planned, and I don't have a significantly it feel like the rules say that you should balance it so like you don't have some random nameless captain be a wild card. That's what like the players are, that type of NPC. But the big scary lieutenant who has a name and is personal with 2 out of 3 of your party members should absolutely be a wild card. So it's like, narratively, I haven't done enough work to justify it. And yeah. Oh, wait, that's wild. This port was also done by Blue Point Games. Why? That's fascinating. Like, Blue Point, oh hey, I can wiggle it. Like, Blue Point Games is just, God, and this was a Japan studio game. Why the fuck did Sony close down Japan studio? Because like, I've been playing Gravity Rush, and that is a fun game. But also, Japan studio. Yeah, like Blue Point's entire shtick is remastering stuff. They did this version of this game, did Gravity Rush remastered. They did this version again. Wild cards, not just a bitch with a backstory. But yeah, but the other thing is that there's wild cards and also extras. Like, they straight up block everything out in film terms to the point that's like, yeah, you're either a main character and can inherently survive more punishment and have more skills because you're important to the story, or or you're a mook that the game calls out and says, this person should die in one turn. Like, they should have no health, and I think the rules explicitly state that they're either up, down, they're either up and fighting, down and bleeding out, or they're dead. And they specifically say that if you don't want to deal with it, you can just have it that when they get knocked down at all, they're counted as dead and out of the combat. It's one of my favorite systems just because there's a whole lot of stuff you can do. And it's also really designed around the idea of, hey, we're a framework. Here's like examples and basic stuff, things that you'd make anyway. Like a standard fantasy race is humans, but then there's like tables of stuff of features that don't exist on any of the pre-made races. Like, you can stick to walls, have thermal vision, which is different from regular dark vision. It just encourages you to create so much. And even with the weapons, there's the fantasy side of things with like, hey, here's a general side of sword. If you want to do something like it, you can use this as a rough guide. All the firearms have calibers listed, so like we kit bashed M1 carbine by just looking up what its stats were. Oh, hey, we are now a child. I don't know how that works. I love that. Voice actor and actresses, there's 2 listed for Dorman because of the whole half of the voice is like backmasked, conlanged male vocals, and the other's female. It's just such a fun little thing. Yeah, like we just looked up the IRL stats for it, got the caliber, and like, all right, the closest one listed is on this one. So we're going to call that. So we're going to use that damage dice and use these stats. So you know, yeah, I do know. Didn't know that. I told that fact to some families a while. Like, it's just no meat, just tendons and flesh. So it's basically on 4 little fingers. Like, the more you learn about horses, the more you realize that they are extremely fucked up, and in ways that humanity cannot take credit for. It's not like pugs. Well, on many levels, aren't we all bone puppets? Aren't we all just brains sitting in bone armor, surrounded by an exoskeleton of meat? Alright, I was looking up the last couple schedules because I'm like, I have no idea what to do now. Wow. Final boss of Silk Song's cap. You're at the final boss already? The game came out like. Actually, how long has Skong been out? Yeah, meat mech's a great term. It's wonderful. Let me Google this. Okay, it's been 5 days, but still. No, okay, good. You just got spoilers. It wasn't actually. I'm like, dang, you tore through it. For all the claims of difficulty, you just went. Love how salty the AAA The AAA studios have been so mad for like this entire year, and I'm so here for it. Like there was one other game of the year contender. Oh no, it's just how. Oh, I see. I mean, you can also say that it out of game, like freaking games that should be $50. Oops, that was the wrong button. I accidentally smacked my keyboard. Like games that should be a lot cheaper are just like launching at $70-$80 now for no reason. There's no real justification, because it's like you get it now, you have to wait for a whole cycle of patches, a couple months, and then you have to get back to it for like, by the time it's all the content's fully released, the hype cycle has moved on to the next thing. It's like I delayed on Monster Hunter Wilds, and by the time I feel like right now, I feel like there's plenty of stuff in there, but like the moment's passed. It's probably the most complete in terms of content it'll get for a good minute, but there's not near as much buzz as when it launched. And then you get things like Expedition 33, which it's the only, for how much I enjoyed and loved the game and how much it lived rent-free in my head, it's the only game that I'll be legitimately pissed if it doesn't get Game of the Year. Be back in a second. Okay, now what the hell do I do? Well, I think the first thing I have to do is safely turn this off. Don't crash stream. Don't crash stream. Oh. Even Mario and Luigi? It's Shadow.
Did you release the second Bond issue in December? Yeah. All right.
Let's crash this.
Really? All right. Okay.
Listen, Mark, some crazy stuntman is going to try taking off in an airplane from the top of an automobile this afternoon out in the valley. Sounds like a story.
Hold it, Jack. Take off from an automobile on a dirt road. Can he make it?
Well,
Be a good picture either way.
I think this is good. So Mike's reading. Spotify ain't. Just a moment. I want to make sure that's working. Where? Hang on. Toggle that on and off, and there we go. Make sure tits sounds are working. Nope. There we go. Thanks, Stava. That is the proper point to use it. And does remind me to rebind that, because all the audio gets perpetually. Wait, Spotify still isn't working? The heck? Just turn that off. Spotify. Huh. I'm just going to take a minute to make sure that everything's good and going until in case this. All right, there it goes. Just because. Ugh. And turn the Elgato back on. Well, that's unfortunate. Jeez. Change it to Superstar Saga. We'll just keep the same nonsense on about massive compound elevated head trauma up, because I was so hopeful on that. I was so hopeful. There was a moment where I'm like, all right, we're good. This is golden. This is great. We're actually working. And I think I managed to get hang on. Get a free brick to make sure this is working. I'm glad I checked. Because why would that work? Hang on. Wait, that works. That works. Connection. Tits is probably the easiest thing to close and reopen. Absolutely functional software. I have no idea what changed. I used to be able to hot swap games on my capture card, but then all of a sudden it just decided, nope, not gonna work. That's no longer a thing. And let me just try it again. There we go. That's working as intended. So yeah, I did of course the thing where alright, so that's working. It could be a bit louder. Hi, welcome in. How is Skong? How's your Skong doing? Is it still long hard? Hey you. We just finished. I have to restart the bot. Oh god, sorry about that. We just finished Shadow of the Colossus and Switch games. And there's a weird problem with my capture card that everything kind of goes weird. Like it crashes everything. No idea why. I should get around to fixing that. But welcome in, Raiders. For everyone new here, I'm Eldritch Horror Brett, Eldritch Horror from Beyond Reality, found old man blockbuster full of retro games. Decided this is the coolest shit ever. Personality will go no further. Mostly I play a lot of retro. Sometimes I play some new stuff if I feel like it. Largely depends. Right now we're playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I got it set up on a Analog Pocket, which is basically the indie equivalent of Game Boy. It's a cool system that there's not a patent on game hardware the same way that there is on software, so they can legally and perfectly fine replicate all the Game Boy's hardware in field programmable gate arrays, and it works pretty great. Like, I think the only issues I've had is with cartridges being damaged and shipping. Well, if you have to raid and run, totally understand. Hope you had a good time skonging it live on screen and stream, and yeah, I appreciate the raid and thank y'all for coming. Also, hey hi Lemon, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah. Also, did I get out of the starting area, or was it just like, what boss did they end up on? I'm curious. I say as I immediately get deep enough in this coin rally block that I have to pay attention. Oh, it's like, how's it going? We just swapped. Yep, not too bad. Hell yeah, good to hear. Because I was thinking it while I was watching i's stream before I started up, that I've largely seen 3 different types of Skong players. That there are either those who are extremely bothered, like to a high degree, kind of crashing out of some bosses, some areas, like as you do, kind of that standard sort of reaction. Then I saw one friend who I think started the game and got to the furthest point that I've seen anyone play just off the bat, not even breaking a sweat, like didn't slow down. And then the class of their own, there's I. Just pure vibes. Honestly, inspiration for streaming, because it's just fun. Goes good? Nice. Mario's going alright. We literally just started and swapped off of Shadow of the Colossus. Turns out if you actually do the last boss fight properly, it's a lot easier than than otherwise. Oh right, the bot. No wait, weird. The bot worked for the shout out, but then immediately died trying to do anything else. It's Thunder Palace. That way, Fire Palace. Thank you, Ohoji. These are funky little dudes. Tired? Same. Same, dude. Same. Oh, right. I just have the ability to hammer Luigi into the ground. Fortunately, on the former. First of the 3, extremely bothered. Yeah. Although, in all fairness, the person that I was watching who was extremely unbothered, she's got a clip on her channel of welcoming in a raid when they're playing Elden Ring. Like, yes, Elden Ring is a comfy, cozy game. Anything can be if you tried. Like, it is fascinating how calm this individual can keep under pressure. Or, like, in general. Oh, yeah, the weird little fire and thunder dudes. I know why they absolutely dropped like all of Luigi's stuff with thunder in general, because like the thunder hand largely get off my mic cord. Harakiday! Who dares touch the great thunder hand spark? Pertinent fool! Yeah, that'd be me. Yet you have touched the great thunder and spark, but still stand before me, so perhaps you have the qualities needed to master the galvanic thunder hand technique. Very well, she'll instruct you in the art thunder hand. And you get the same tutorial twice, because of course you do. Like, they only have this in here because they want electricity puzzles. Because Mario with fire is just, it's a shoo-in. Ever since they...
Stoffamel is second into the zone. And right into an anomaly field. Careful on the grabby centers.
Third is still out there. Yeah, like, they just want something that could be used equivalent and different.
Botanical_chaos is third.
Ah, there's the third.
Welcome to the blockbuster. You are not alone if there are loaves.
Is that going to work? Oh, good, the daily worked. I'll do that outside. There's a fun thing that you can do with the OHOGs with the corresponding hand ability, but that's for later. Oh, thanks for checking stuff. And 19 times. I should do some more things for like the in-betweens. Great Thunderhand. No, Great Fire. All right. Oh, walk over here. Don't run away from me. There we go. Gotta get close enough that you can zap them without getting too close, and then you go all ebony. Oh, wait, that's where I picked up that very specific vocal tick. Or just general, I think general bread noises are, oh, hey, got the advance, hell yeah. Are kind of inspired by the weird dialogue you sometimes get in some of these old games of just trying to get like something specific across of weird noises. Don't worry, only pretend to be dead. Nah, funny. They're just chill like that. Love those freaky little guys. General bread noises. Oh, hey, I got the... Ooh, advance. Oh, there's a fire one. That reminds me of some art that I got coming that I'm excited for, because like I've noticed that. All right, I just realized something that won't make sense, but it kind of makes sense if I phrase it properly. But I just realized that this area of the game has the same music as the last dungeon, which is like fair that they're both kind of creepy, abandoned, weird ruins, but also interesting. Know where I pick up Gua. Everyone has their own kind of panic noises. They range from general nonsense. It's whatever the sound of your soul makes when stressed to hell and back. Everything from general tiredness and dumb noises to just Alright, you this places Now wait a second. What kind of place was this anyway? What was it I was planning on doing? Am I allowed in here? Wait just a minute. Where am I? Who am I? Guess having no guess for 3,000 years takes toll. It just seems to slip one's mind. How humorous. So, guess you can do what you want. I won't stop you. I love the Mario games' tendencies to just have absolutely insane and weird ancient guards. Of just like, yeah, we've been here for several thousand years and we've gotten a bit weird. Like the point that Rosalina is like, the fact that she's so normal and well-adjusted is kind of concerning. Wait, I just remembered. The famed fire palace. Teach ways of blistering hand power. Yeah, it's all coming back. I'm waiting for you. Want hand power, right? Want master fire hand power known as firebrand, do you? Do right? Don't need to tell me. Poe says it all. God, even the skill teachers are so much nicer to Mario than Luigi. Like, Luigi's is just like, hey, fuck off, dude. Mario's like, yeah, I don't know, do whatever, you seem cool. And then comes back in like, oh yeah, I can teach you. Nori, thank you so much for rating. How's Hunt's game? Make any glue? Welcome in Raiders. For everyone new here, I'm Eljator Bread, and Eljator from Beyond Reality, found old band Blockbuster full of retro games. Yeah, anyone who doesn't like these just has their priorities wrong. These are great. Mostly play retro, sometimes play some newer stuff if I feel like it. You can't tell me what to do. Well, I mean, you can, I just won't listen. Also, since I'm not actually the bread roll, the Eldritch Horror possessing it, I have a couple different forms. Got this one that's called bread because it's cheap, easy, quick, and then got another one called corpse for obvious reasons. A couple more in the works, but they're coming at the rate that they're coming. Anyway, back to bread because this one has a suitcase from this game. Made an evil air groove. That is a phrase that I have no idea what to make of, but like the words in that order, in that way, makes it sound sweet. Proud of ya. Yeah, we got a raid and run. Totally understand, like, streaming's work. Got to take care of yourself, do the post-stream, whatever. We beat Shadow of the Colossus earlier, and now playing Mario and Luigi, because that was the only other game on the schedule that I'm like, I didn't play that last, and it's what I'm feeling. Oh, and Zora Potato. Hope you're doing well. All right, what's the advance of this? Oh, I didn't. The muscle memory I have for this game is incredible because I didn't even see the little pop-up of doing an advance here. I'm just like, I know what this is largely. I think the proper place would be right now. Like my biggest problem. Oh, hey, I got the advance again. My biggest problem with the bros attack is I tend to hit the action commands before the game tells me to. Disgusted people? Good. Do you need to lurk? Oh, hell yeah. Definitely lurk. Appreciate you raiding in and have a good night. It took thanks. Wait, did I get the... So if you beat up enough of these dudes, you can steal their pants. I don't know if they do anything good, but I like gear. Because I have a view that if you really want to... Oops. Too early. That if you have a game where people are kind of... Nope, messed that up. I should wait for the actual prompt. Like, if you have a game where people are kind of known for being that kind of dude, like a little insufferable, like a game that has bros in it, like Souls Bros or whatever, the most powerful thing you can do is intentionally annoy them. There is nothing those people hate more than being told, like, hey, Oasis far no ocean, that means, well, what does that mean? Who knows? It's not for us to question. Like, there's something so powerful of telling them, like, yeah, I hear you, I don't actually care. Because on one hand, you always get, like, the Souls, annoying type of person who's like, hey, I need to see your stats. Like, that is a phrase that... Is it... I'm gonna have to fish around for that one a bit. Like, if I see anyone come into the chat and their first time message is I need to see your stats, the only reason I don't do that for people, that I wouldn't instantly ban them on people who I mod for, is because just like I don't want to overstep, and there's instances where I'm like, yeah, I would totally ban this person, and they're like, no, that was fine actually. I'm like, all right, noted. So I'm a little bit annoyingly cautious when it comes to that. I think you can just keep doing this. You can just keep doing that for as long as you want. We'll just leave. It was a bit of grinding. I don't think it's actually that good. But yeah, like, if anyone comes in and starts I'm streaming something Souls and it starts with, hey, I need to see your stats, like, you're not worth the trouble. I'm instantly banned because so yeah, annoy that type of person, because anyone who says like who thinks that they're like the be all end all of what you're allowed to do on stream or how you interact with the game is annoying and deserves to be messed with. Alright. Let's see if I can get this. Was that not the advance? Huh. Alright. Oh, hey Dip. How you doing? All good, man. We're just contemplating my inability to hit the proper timing for an advanced bros move. Alright. Let's do it on super slow. Oh, I did have the right timing, but it was just off and not showing. I'll take that as you're doing very good. Oh yeah, there's like 3 pipes, but I don't think I can. I think you can only access one at a time. Man. Yeah, because like this is a path, but it needs to be. Oh, oops. Like, it needs to be unlocked through the other side first. I like how this game has these kind of like transitionary dungeons of sorts that I'm not really like. You come back to this area a couple of times. Oops. You come back to multiple dungeons. Yeah, because I think you go through Teehee Valley twice. You go through here like 3 times. One of them optional. And then you go through not Woohoo Mountain's a one-off. I think the Hooniversity is as well, but there's a couple places that they have that feel more like, yeah, you have to traverse this area. Oops. We're fine on everything. Can't get up there. There we go. Oops. Which on one hand, like, everything with Game Boy games are always, they had to maximize space on the disc, so they could... cartridge, rather. PSP had a disc. So, the fact that they were able to reuse an area... Oops. Oh, that sucks for Luigi. Until something hits him. So yeah, it made more sense that if you could reuse a part of a dungeon but put on like more additional area, it was one part. Oh, sweet. There, we found more. Ow. I'm not going to. I refuse to deal with that poison. That is somebody else's problem. Well, technically Mario's, and technically I probably should. But I would much rather not. I love that the beanies just float up to the surface. Like, how much do those quills weigh? I forgot that this was still on the basic one. I need to put it back to 5 now that I'll get a notif of the timing. Oh, right. Wait, no, we're fine. The poison is proportional. It'll never run down more than we can heal. Just heal afterwards. Yeah. Right. I am actively trying to recall like one of the whatever thought was in my head before this. And to the surprise of no one, failing. Alright. Get killed, you fools. Dang, why does Luigi have so much more BP than Mario? It's probably because I leveled it instead of anything else. Okay, so that's... I always thought that looked like a carpet because of how just how the sprite looked on the original Game Boy. Did I come from here? Yes. It always took me a minute. Ow! That did not hit the backside. Well, I suppose it did, but eh. It never quite computed that it was a wall until I ran right up to it. It always felt weird. Get that back up. Ah, ammo. Yeah. Nope, head's empty. Surprised no one. Alright, saying something about some art that I was getting back. Yeah, that's what it was. That I don't know if it's just how posting stuff in Blue Sky in general is, because I feel like a lot of people just... Oh, no. Why does it keep on hitting Luigi in the back? I curse my lack of depth perception. Depth perception. Underwater. Wow. Actually, this is awful. Alright, let's just bounce on it. I don't... Oh. Oops. I don't know whether it's because everyone just kind of gave up on the platform as a whole because it wasn't instantly gratifying them with, like, what they wanted to see. We're gonna nut. Seems like the smart thing because, God, my dodges are not doing well. Or if it's... Because the other option is that I'm just bad at the social media. That is 100% also likely because I have not... I never bothered to learn how to use Twitter. I have not been bothered to learn how to use the new one properly, and I think it's just a lot of people either swap back to Twitter because even if dead internet theory is in full swing there and most of the everything is bots.
Oh no.
What the? Why did that get him? I hit it. Ah. Hey Mecha, how's it going? We're just getting absolutely demolished by squid. Hope you're doing well. That's like 3 times in a row. I guess if you get hit by the side, that does count as getting hit by, or Luigi. Well, it's if the broken back gets hit at all that they get knocked down. Should probably switch to Mario, but Luigi has more HP. Okay, like surf in the game. Yeah, I'll do it. It's about anything strenuous will cause them to hurt. It's annoying, but unfortunately the best thing to do is like more stuff. Alright. 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. 1, 4, 3, 5. 4, 3. Yeah. Which is annoying, but eventually it'll get easier, probably. Or you'll get a maladaptive heart condition, and it will not get easier. 2 different options. So many dudes.
Oh no.
Dang it. Sure, go ahead. Well, at least Luigi's getting up immediately. I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, the point of what I was saying is that I've noticed that art rarely does any better than any other post. So I'm like, man, may as well. Doesn't really make much sense to do that, because like I remember back on Twitter, if you had art or something, it would always get shared around a lot. But I think a lot of people just kind of avoid Blue Sky because there's a large chunk of people. Man, I wish it was possible to beat these things. That is so annoying. Real name for bloopers is Blooper. Oh wait, I still got a spike badge for defeating them because I couldn't get them otherwise. Nice. Oh, what do you mean a 1? There's... Ah! I forgot this was redeemed. It's right in my head. Oh, 1 again? God damn it. That... So far, that redeem is doing everything it should be, because I always forget, because I can't keep a thought in my head for more than... for the 30 minutes that it has to wait for it to redeem. Then I get surprised by my voice coming through, and I also have no idea how loud that is for you. Used to scare for you with a fart redeem. See, here's the thing. I've learned that I can get used to pretty much anything with enough exposure, which means with this, there's probably going to be a point where I stop reacting to it and start talking through it. Unless I crank up the volume of it or do something else weird. Maybe I should turn the monitor up on it, so I hear I don't know, is it a good volume for everyone, or does it need to be louder in general? But the fact that it's in my own voice... Oh yeah. I forgot that they trans Bowser in this game. Well... Actually, I think they force femme him. Hang on, that's being added as a quote. Oh, yeah. Got the trans Bowser. That is going to be a quote that I can and will clock on site, just because there's only one game where that's applicable. Oh hey, it says dude again. You know, I can see the original names for bloopers being Bloober. Like they look like a blooper. That looks like the sound they make. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's true. Oh yeah. Yeah, we found last stream we found the mystical wish-granting bean star, and then it went berserk at the sound of Peach's voice, and now it's in 4 pieces. Prince Ass Clown? Pretty much. I mean, it's implied that he does stuff. He's at least putting himself in danger. He just kind of gets DDD'd a lot. You know, like possessed, transformed, otherwise immediately wharfed. There's a lot of unfortunate things happen to him as he attempts to do not really good, but at least decent. Why does everything insist on smacking Luigi around? Ah, well. At least they're easy enough. At least we outspeed pretty much everything here. Oh, item shop. Nope. Wrong one. Wanted to see what new gear we had got. Hello. Ow! Wrong button. Up, down, up, down. Same thing. More health, less defense. I feel like in this case, the 6 points of defense will cause me to take enough more damage that it completely neglects the everything else. Increases counterattack. Hedger's charity badge. I'm sticking with what I got. It's a shame he get. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, oh hey, that's a thought that I had before. That it's really quite a shame that they had a lot of kind of experimental stuff. Yeah, that's a lot. I'll do that one. Cause like I feel like GameCube after the GameCube. Don't want to go to work tomorrow, but ugh. Mood. Alright, speaking of Egad. Oh, mercy. Another fragrantly rich aroma. Oh, Professor Gad. Just now add a new drink to our menu. Great time on your part. It's not timing that brought me here. No, siree. Scent to that new drink drew me in. Yep. Over the hills and across the sea. Came walking. Wow. Some nose you got. Now then, might have a quick sampling of this new drink. have to put a bit of weird on him. He can't be normal. How does it taste? Delicious. So maybe the next big drink. Brewed well. Thanks for that sampling. A little something. Maybe for your time. Maybe it'll aid you. A bone. All of a sudden, a bad tummy ache. Perhaps this drink I just drank causes this ache. Further proof that every rose has its thorn. Maybe you just drank too much. Oh, where's the restroom? Boss, you never built any toilets. I think that's a federal crime. You have to have a bathroom at a place of work. Oh, it's Poltergust 3000, Luigi. You plan on being a janitor around here? Don't ask how that worked out. I don't want to know. Alright, what else can I make? Nope. But yeah, like... yeah, can do that. But... like, there's a lot of weird things leading up to the GameCube, but I feel like for Wii, they, like, really just set it down and they don't... They've either done either negative continuity of, yeah, we're not doing anything else that's going to be recurring. It's all, we're not adding any new characters, new gimmicks. We're just kind of doing whatever. And it's probably nostalgia talking that I have like a lot of memories of this era of GameCube and Game Boy stuff that, like, yeah, I like the characters from that better, because, like, Egad never became, like, a regular or anything. He showed up a bit for these, and then, yeah, interesting idea for coffee business. You only sell black coffee, and you have stuff for people to doctor up their drink. That, I feel like the reason that you don't see that. Can I do anything else for these? No, I need Hue Beans, which means I wish there was an option to quit from there. I feel like the reason that you don't have that for yeah, there. I like to keep the bros even. Like, just make the second turn about the same as the first. Is that you would get people who put in, like, a lot of stuff, or, like, steal stuff, and... Or at least be projected to have people who've, like, put in way too much, steal stuff, and knock stuff over, like, overhead cost for no other reason than people are careless and clumsy, and you kind of let them do whatever. Which, alright. Whatever. Weak excuse, but I think the idea is that they can control costs more from that, but it would also be a good idea. It'd also be one that I would never go to because like I don't like coffee. It's an acquired taste, and I could never be bothered to acquire it. Like last time I had coffee. Did I get this one yet? Yes. Last time I had coffee is at like an old job where I was like sitting out working at a marina. I was sitting out on the end of a pier waiting for people to come into the fuel docks to fuel up their boats, and it's like end of the season, so extremely freaking cold. Like I am freezing. I have no ability to warm up. The heating in this shack is awful. So I dump a whole lot of creamer, a whole lot of sugar to the point where it's basically no flavor of coffee whatsoever. Because yeah, I just can't stand it. I think it was by volume. Probably like 60% anything but coffee, and it was like barely sweet enough for me. I just do not like bitter flavors at all. That, and I keep on horrifying people with my hot cocoa recipe. It is in about like a liter or so of water, so keep that in mind. What we got? Ooh, wool trousers. That it's a lot larger than the regular mug. HP auto gain, and also yeah, I'll take that. Ooh. Floating jump, double FXP. Yeah, sure. I do love that all the like little bonus stuffs that you can get things to make counters a lot easier. The daily reminder the moon is fact projection made the government gauge the Soviets' ability in rocketry. See, that's what they want you to think. You're falling for the con. They want you to disbelieve the moon. And it's honestly fascinating just how many people take that hook, line, and sinker. They don't question it. Nope, can't get to there yet. But I got into black coffee by cutting sugar, eventually cut enough sugar that it's just colored coffee from how little sweetened creamer. Nice. Like, that's definitely more healthy. But also, I justify it by it's for morale. That's my excuse. Here, I thought it was backup cheese storage one with the cheese caves are so fascinating to me. I want there to be a heist movie. Wait, better idea. I refuse to use the term friend swap, but you know those like partially because the genre of four idiots doing a task is so much funnier. Like games like Lethal Company, Helldivers, Deep Rock Galactic, just any game where it's you and up to four friends trying to do and accomplish something a little bit stupid. I want a game where it's raiding those cheese caves. Like a Payday 2, like a Payday series sort of thing. I didn't get attacked up front, but that completely negated the first strike. Where it's all about pick the mission, pick the depth, or like, is like Ready or Not, or GTFO. That was one where it's like the fucked up horror deep facility where it's, in my opinion, from what I saw, it was a little bit too thick, laying it on a bit too thick of like Call of Duty Black or COD Zombies inspiration of just how stupid can we get before people leave. It's like, yeah, it's horrifying, yeah, it's scary. The lore itself is so ridiculous it wraps around for me. And I remember that is like each expedition was a different depth. Oh yeah, there's so much cheese down there. Like everything that the U.S. government has been doing to prop up the dairy industry, instead of, letting it fail and bailing out dairy farm. Because now it's like dairy farmers just make so much more than they need that the only way to deal with the sheer amount of stuff is to put it there. So, yeah, everyone a pound of cheese a day for an entire year. Like, the whole reason American cheese is a thing is it's essentially recycling that cheese. Because American cheese isn't actually, like, legit, quote-unquote, cheese. It's, like, listed as a cheese byproduct because it's taking already made cheese and recombining it to be like a new type of thing. And since cheese is a type fermented, like a fermentation or preserved thing already, they can just kind of do that because it's got a shelf life of you train. See, that's why it's the perfect setup, because you always have that little bit of a hiccup of like, hey, we've we've done this heist 5 times this session because we just need a whole lot of money and this is the best way to grind it out. That's the thing. You're raiding the cheese vaults. There's more cheese than you could possibly steal. So the higher that you get in difficulty, the more cheese you're trying to get out. Like, the more goal is, like, different types, and the deeper you're going in to get security. And if you really have to please investors, you can also do like, oh yeah, there's a dark and twisted backstory. Like, there's some horror elements in the background. It's just like some light implications that there's some nonsense SCP sort of shit going on. And it's like, yeah, we don't actually care. We're here for cheese. Trying to fence all that. The fuck you mean fence? Hear me out. You also, in order to explain why you're doing this, you just give everyone the thickest Midwestern accent you can think of. Have the start of every match being like, or like the exfil vehicle be like a beat up old truck. And it's like, oh, they're all from Wisconsin. That's why they're doing this. This is a bunch of cheese heads going at it. They keep on coming back because they legit run out of cheese. Chairman's lurking in the hall of the cheese cave. No, that's just Dave. That's just one of the thieves' nicknames. Don't let the silly name dissuade you. He is actually really dangerous. Shoot on sight. It's like after a while they get the shoot on sight treatment, not because what they're doing is heinous or a breach of national security, but because they're like, you guys are too good at breaking into shit under mountains. You concern us. Wait, I have another level of even more. This is a game. This is Dave. He makes cheddar. Lots of it. God bless Dave. He's the man we need. Wait, but no. I have an entire different reason why this is a game that appeals to me and the people that I regularly play games with alone. Because most of the cheese caves are like underground sub-mountain caves, right? You have one bonus level where you're breaking into the old, I think they moved it by now, but like old NORAD under the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. You know, the one that they had they set Stargate into. So you're fighting down into like one of the hardest level of difficulty in the game, because, you know, NORAD. until you get down to the bottom and find a legit Stargate. You gotta punch in a sequence, which you can get wrong. And that fails the mission because you got the wrong address instead. Cheese, you're going on a Stargate mission. You gotta go through the gate, get the cheese, exfil before they get their shit together and close the iris on that thing. And this is just a perfect game. I'm headed to Missouri to get the cheddar, bring some back. Hell yeah! Good luck. Wait, we gotta go through. I'm at the phase of between doing what I should and the next phase of where I'm just like going around looking for what I can clean up. Wait, I should be able to check those. Sadly, you didn't get the cheese. You wound up in the sun. I know they blew up a... where's Zero Realm when you need him? He'd know the answer to this. I know they blew up a sun at one point, and they never let the person who did it live it down. I'm not sure. There has to be a couple gates that open close enough to, like, a solar... I know there's the one, like, early SG-1 that opens into an active black hole. Like, there are so many fun ways that you can absolutely screw yourself over. Like, add a couple of those. Like, if you punch in a couple, like the what's a Chulok? That's the one. If you punch in that one's like, yeah, you warped into the Jaffa home world and were immediately taken out by Goulds. Did not work out. Punching like the wrong address is like, yeah, that was the one where there was no DHD on the other side. You died. No, they have underground missions in Helldivers 2, April Fool's Day mission where you need to secure the Super Cheese Reserve. I can only hope. That might be the thing that gets me playing that game again. Got Maroon on plant. Oh, got yourself Maroon on playing Xerox 12. Good luck. You lived like a couple that are like bad ends to the heist, but better like results. Like you ended up living it, being revered as cheese gods on this planet. Good work. There's a very specific way that I'm trying to... there it is. Down here, which I always remember as being a general pain in the ass, but also... Oh! I actually need to go here because this is the Bean Bean International Airport. Like, yeah, just like different dumb ways to end that heist. Like, if... My thought is that... Oh. I don't have the hammer for that. Choking. Is it like... If you can get a Left 4 Dead 2 collab with Payday 2, you can get Stargate and this cheese thief game. Anything's possible. No, I think part of it is just that I really like those horde shooter types. No joke, proposed name for playing a game idea is Xanax. I love that. That is perfect levels of dumb joke that you'll groan from how stupid it is, and like, yeah, that could pass. If it matches the tone, then yeah. Hang on, I think I can get something. I think there's a thing down here I can get, or that... I mean, there's a bean. I was hoping that'd be enough to just wipe them. Ow. You know, if that's the tone that you want, then yeah, that's perfect. God, I love extremely dumb and silly names for that sort of... For, like, those types of... Oh, wait. I already got that. Did I? I don't know. I'll check again. Yes, I forgot that this is an area that I had had the boring ability when I got here first.
Oh, no.
Ah, dang it. Wow, because I like those like multiplayer nonsense games. Like I really enjoyed Repo because that game is marketed as like horror in the same vein of Lethal Company, but it plays a lot more like you're trying to move your friend out of an apartment. Like I love the fact that you can take so long just arguing about how to move stuff without monsters showing up. It's like, no, the actual challenge of this game is getting the stuff around. The monsters are just there because we had to, because analog horror stuff or light horror stuff sells. That's it. The Bureau of Utilities, Logistics, Labor, and Strategic Hiring of Independent Contractors. Bullshit. I love that. Because that also, like, from the name alone, it's like, oh, that I know exactly what to expect from this. Also, I can tell that they don't care enough to check their names. Like, immersive storytelling. Environmental, almost. I'm going to... Perfect. Be back in a sec.
To enjoy the clear, cold days of winter, when the earth is buried under its glistening blanket of snow.
Should be back. But yeah, I just had an idea midstream, mid-break of like, wait, I've got this set up so that the text is largely, well, it'll take a bit of like work, but it won't be too hard. Because the text scrolls with the image on that one, and the other ones aren't as big. But I've got like a couple massive massively high quality pieces. Watch 3 ads for the substance. That sounds horrible. I am so sorry, Char. Also, welcome in. I hope that this is better than that. Wow. I'm being told to get my shit together a lot tonight. That isn't really that surprising. Well, I have a couple pieces for each one of my forms that's pretty great. Actually, I could do it for for each form, and I got one for the World Eater himself. So I get updated for just that to randomize what the art is to. What? Want to know where repairs have been made? Well, the Caclet incident didn't seem to be a problem. Hey, so why did you let your international airport be overwritten by piranha plants? Yeah, we were kind of being invaded by a very mean old lady. Where did Luigi get that tea? And now we have to bully these two into doing it. And I go for some, right? I had a bottle of Arnold, well, not Arnold Palmer. Hang on, I threw it halfway across the living room, so I don't actually know what it is. But over the weekend, when I was very pointedly not taking my ADHD stimulant meds, I got, of course, a massive headache, because whenever you withdraw on any sort of stimulant, medication, or just if you're cutting out like caffeine, you get a huge headache from that. And of course, since it's been a while since I haven't, because I used to not take them on the weekend for a pretty consistent amount of time just to stretch it out because there's supply issues. Should I have? Probably not. Did I do it anyway? Yep, because sometimes it's what you got to. What the hell? Is everyone seeing that big old... Get out. Oh, right. Right, I heard about that. Essentially that Fugitech essentially shat the bed with the new update, and it's now a lot worse, and their response has been not great. Oh good, you see it too. So I'll just get like Video Ninja or something. I'll get that set up, because I have friends who use it, and that seems to be the better option. But that's annoying, because like it worked for a while. My first reaction was when I heard that Fuji is evidently absolutely abhorrent to use now, is like that. Well, guess I'm making my own, because that's what set my red box for. You're gonna have to bribe me. I refuse, but I am very much corruptible and coercible. Like worth Bureau of Obfuscation, the BO. 10 out of 10 name. Just reminded me, I got the DLC. There was a DLC mission pack for Ion Fury a while ago, which we played that a while ago. Long time. And I keep on forgetting about it. I have it all reinstalled and everything and ready. Now that we have a slot in the schedule, I think I'm going to add that back on to see what the DLC is about, because it's like that is a good old boomer shooter style game that I don't know, I just like the run and gun simplicity of it. Like there's nothing complex, it's just hey, go cause chaos. And also we did a lot of good sprite work. And I think I remember, because there was some dude who speed ran who came in for like I've noticed this, there's a genre of person who will show up in a stream, be like, hey, I do this very impressive thing, here's a bunch of tips, and then they'll just leave. Like they'll come in, say a couple things, and I don't know if they're looking for attention or what, but or like just are there to brag about, like, hey, well, I did this very impressive thing once or twice. And, like, if you don't just drop everything to check out their stuff or be impressed, then it's like, I'll go somewhere else. I don't know. It's weird, but you meet some interesting people one-off and sometimes learn some things. There's, like, a couple of interesting things that is, like, with the revolver, if you tapped reload while doing something, it fired a lot faster. Something like that. I'll see if I can remember it all. Also remember that there's, like, alt fires for everything in that game, and it does not tell you that there's alt fires for everything. Even though some are kind of useful. Anyway. Hang on. What happens if I hit this with water? Can I skip it? I know I can't skip a boss fight, but it'd be fun. Nope, nothing happens. This is the one time that the boss is like a field object and you can't do much of anything with it. Ow! That's fine. Mario recovers that much in a one go. What was I talking about? No clue. Right, that's why I see what you gotta do. Gotta deal with the children first. Oh right, the massive energy headache that has been the problem of the weekend, but it's like a random ass like I just saw in the grocery store of Arizona iced tea energy mix with a bunch of like herbal nonsense and whatever. I'm like, I'll try it. Worked great. It was probably just that it had any amount of caffeine at all. Oh yeah, there's a mechanic here. I couldn't engage with this, but I'm not sure I care enough. I think it's just... Yeah, the opposite hand power does crits on them. Yeah, we'll use the rare super mushroom because I forget how much it matters that having the health regen on Mario matters, because like it. I think this has happened like every time because Luigi gets better gear early, so Mario is the one who actually gets like the health regen because it's much better for him. Enough ideas for government building. Now I can't come up with other places. Yeah, that's the problem with world building. You got to think of every little bit. And there's so many just nitpicky things. Like you can. It is fascinating to tell. Like, oh, hey, it blew up. Like, oh, this is something that the person involved really likes. There we go. That's thinking with your ass, Luigi. Because there's the most world building for like how this one niche part works compared to like everything else. If a burger came... Welcome to the Adequate Burger, home of the Adequate Burger. May I take your order? It's a good one. Like, I'm guilty of this. I have, whenever I do world building, whenever I do world building, I usually don't. I will get just enough bone. I mean, if you've been in the Discord, you've seen how I do world building. Well, where I'll have things like, oh my god, I just realized this fact about them, or oh god, these idiots would be dumb enough to do this, where I just kind of get basic facts down and then derive everything from there. Oh wait, I love this one joke. The exploding speech box. Yeah, she's fine. She's been fine this entire time. There has been no reason for us to be here except it's like the good thing to do. Whole Jetsonian space station populate. Have a. Oh, they. Space station living with a full white picket fence lawn suburbs. That is just rife for people to complain about. First of all, grass is a concept. Like if you there are so many great things you can complain about for grass, especially Kentucky bluegrass. Like its roots are pretty short. It takes a ton of water. It doesn't do that good of a job of anchoring soil. Like you can't really, nothing really lives off of it, etc., etc. Yeah, it's the right amount of stupid excess like that. The same things you can say. Oh yeah, it's Birdo all along. I love that they just use Birdo. Should use Birdo more. But like they, pretty much every criticism you can have of the U.S. lawn culture, like, you know, the fact that people grow grass in a frickin' desert and then wonder why they keep on having droughts and water shortages. You can just apply that to this, because it's even dumber for a space station. Peach, I don't think you can say that spilled the beans here. I think that's racist. Can't believe we're going to have to cancel her for racist remarks to the bean populace. Yeah, amazingly, it doesn't work very well. And meanwhile, you have people who do like natural landscaping of moving in the plants and the like that are native to the area. Like just filling the rest in with stuff that'll grow or the like, just like essentially almost a weed garden. And it looks beautiful because like they have more shrubs, bushes, etc., etc. Oh, hey. I think it speaks a lot that the ethnic enclave of toads is deep in a desert full of monsters. It's like, what do you mean? It's very dangerous to get here. I suppose it's also like one of the few areas where you have a lot of old Mario game type fungus, so it might have just been a conscious choice that even when they landed and immigrated, like, hey, we're going to go make a little poor Luigi. I do, as if I had a say in the matter, just be very, 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 very careful. You're mycoids in a dry environment. Speaking of dumb plants in deserts. I mean, I don't actually care because the background the music for the area is the best desert music I have ever seen. Like there is traditional desert music where it's like got that little bit of Arabian twang to it. And then there is, hey, let's just make it sound like you're always perpetually in an Old West standoff. Yeah, very topical. I knew it was coming, and yet I didn't plan for it. Aha, new stuff. So that's more, but the HP Auto game is kind of huge. You know, I think going from... So no matter what, it cuts me down by 5 HP. Yeah, wear immediately. I don't think that's worth the 8 HP up. Bro's badge is just better for Mario. a Horacle. HP up hand, so it can leech from there. Miracle badge might not be bad, but like, give me raw power and more hot nonsense, because that's only fun. My boy. That's only 5 more versus like whatever nonsense that was. And then once we get to, here's the fun thing. Once we get to Tiki Valley and can buy the stuff there, our only concern is hoarding fungus. Because it's so stupid. It's so dumb. I can't even explain why this was a good idea. There's gear and badges that increase your defense and attack based off of how many mushrooms you can get. That counts basic mushrooms, which at this point in the game, they should be selling super mushrooms. So I should never actually have to use a basic mushroom. You can buy all the way up to ultra shrooms. 1-ups and 1-up supers, I believe, also count. So, yeah. We'll do stash. There we go. A legitimate game-breaking strategy is to get these specific types of pants, or this specific gear from Little Fungi Town, and then buy as much shrooms and the like as you can. And it's just so dumb. I love it so much. But yeah, like every time I've seen the comparison between a natural grass lawn and like any other type of planting, because I'm also the person that thinks that if you let grass grow out naturally, I get why you shouldn't, because like bugs, insects, ticks, and like can all be up in grass, but I like how grass going to seed looks. Like my plan for if I can ever get a home, big if, that, and I have to reseed a section of the lawn, I'm just gonna let it grow. Like mow every section but that, like rope it off a bit so it looks like I actually have a plan and I'm doing something with this and I'm not just avoiding that. And like, if anyone asks, like, yeah, there's been some weird drainage, it's too muddy to mow, or like, yeah, I'm doing that, or just explain like, yeah, I am too lazy and cheap to get grass seed and put it down, so I'm just letting my grass go to seed and doing that. The biggest cash sink of the game. There's a 1 in 3 chance that one of these is going to be a scroll that gives a new bro attack. 1 in 3 chance that I'll get my money back or increase on it. And oh, hey. There we go. It's a 1 in 3 chance, so always just hit the one place and you'll get it eventually, because I have no idea how it's randomized. What one's this? I know. Is this one Spin Bros? Let's go pick a fight. Because there's only one bro attack in this entire game that Luigi gets the inspiration for the upgraded form. Everyone else, it's Mario, because he's the one who has the swap on it. Yeah, Swing Bros. I think this is the one that does it. Oops. And this one took me so long to learn, because it feels like it should be a tap to keep the pressure up, but no, it's just a regular press. I'm gonna slow it down, make sure I learn it. I press that. How dare. Yeah, well. We will have... Oh, hey. You. Get back here and get what's coming to you. I have no idea if this is going to work. Oh, what? But I actually do want the advanced version of this because it lets you steal items. I know that I absolutely adore any game that has a very silly or like needless type of steal animate. Not really animation, but hang on. Is there a thing here? No, it just feels like there should be. Huge difference. Did I get this one already? No clue. I don't think I did. Now this feels different. Oh, no, I did. But yeah, point is a long point that I was talking about before and then got distracted time and time again because it's that point in the night where you have even less of a brain than normal, if that's possible. Where's the song? Just so good. Be better if I could get a whistle going, but just not tonight. But if you can, piss off your neighbors a little bit, because like they don't pay your property taxes. And if you grow corn on your front lawn, you get free corn. I'm vibing too much. Wait, why do I get the feeling it's same Toadsworth? Same. Oh, that's right. Now trying to save up for... Ooh! Base Hell Let Loose or Vietnam? Because they're coming out with Vietnam. Actually, there might be... God, there might be a sale when it gets close to it. So I had a corn plant just grow backyard, so Crow planted it. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh wait, that reminds me of something. So I just want to see what happens, and I figure it's like, well, they can't. Oops. God, that attack is so much easier to read on an actual screen than a Game Boy or phone. So I got some bell peppers. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them because the mushrooms I got for spaghetti I ended up using in curry last night, and I also ended up almost burning down my house because I left the pot on the stove to see if it would thicken some more, and I didn't expect this, but I guess curry is thick enough that it'll stick to the bottom of the pan and burn, which I've used the same pot for stews, soups, etc. And I'm like, this is liquidy enough. This is basically a thick beef stew or thick stew with stuff in it. Yeah, I really am going. Our seeds from the peppers plant. Yeah, that's exactly it. My plan, now that I have bell peppers, is when I use them next, I'm going to not keep like I'm not going to like keep the little core in there, but I am going to like scrape off all the seeds and power bomb them off of my balcony just to see what happens. I assume they're going to get mold or mowed or weed killered or something, but how are they going to prove it was me? Base, we can. Oh no, it's not a DLC. It's a whole new game. They are revamping everything. Like, it's not Hell Let Loose Vietnam DLC. It is Hell Let Loose Vietnam. Whole new game. There's going to be helicopters, VC, like US gets helicopters, bombers, high tech, everything. The Vietnam side will be getting ability to do tunnels, guerrilla warfare. Like, they are full on embracing the asymmetry in the conflict. It's really cool. I recommend looking up the trailer if you want. I've been trying to grow plants and stuff. Oh yeah, like there's so much options. Giving up on dragon fruit seeds, the blue blackberries yet to show anything. Yeah, I can see dragon fruit being difficult for if you're not in a tropical climate, which that's a big one. Hey, what do you mean? I mean, Battlefield Vietnam. Yeah, Hell Let Loose, it's, on one hand, it's one of those games that I really like because you either shoot or get shot. Like, it's one hit to the center of the mass with any army's basic rifle or rifleman class will just drop them. If you hit the arms or legs, a headshot's like down with no chance. I think it's like one shot down for a chance to revive. Headshot denies the revive per tradition, but it is very much Battlefield inspired with, like, you got medics, you got, the classes are rifleman, automatic rifleman, medic, support, engineer, squad lead, and then there are only 2 recon squads per side, so only 4 people on the entire battlefield has a scope. All right, so we got that going for us. Yeah, hey, talk faster. And so on one hand, my skills of being regular infantry has been completely demolished. Like, I don't play enough of it because if you don't have a good squad and good communication, the game just goes south. Like, you should really keep up the text chat, so if they start arguing in the text chat, you can see it and be like, all right, game's toast. We do not have to do anything more. It's almost never worked out that when an argument starts in the text chat that anything of value gets accomplished, because instead of, being useful, communicating, and going to objectives, people are just sitting in the respawn typing out these arguments. It's kind of funny, kind of bad, but also the thing I love the most about it is that is a game where I streamed it once, and you got to with my brother. That was a lot of fun. I hope he enjoyed it. Oh wait, nope. There's an attempt. I remember the reaction being like, I am so nervous that you're going to be just smacked out in the middle of nowhere by a stray shot. I'm like, same, because we were playing recon because he has a connection good enough that we can just get recon consistently and lock the squad with a little bit of toxicity. But I love that the game encourages you to be toxic. Like, we have been almost server banned or warned by the server admins to be like, hey, stop camping the enemy's artillery, let them use it and that spawn. God, because basically the recon has 2 jobs. Oh yeah, it's a good game. I'm glad that people did find it fun. Like, I want to play it because it is fun when you have a good squad. Like, I remember we had this one squad on, like, it's a Russian map. I forget what it is. It wasn't Kiev, but it was similar. That it's kind of like if you poke your head out at all, you get rolled. Like, that's just the nature of things. And we had a squad there, like, working together to get towed artillery cannon up, which required a little bit of work with support, a little bit of work with engineering, and support from everyone else who is still on infantry, because, like, that's just, we had to keep people off of it. We had to keep people off from getting murked. Great communication. Dudes were great. We were running down trenches, clearing them out, and had, like, amazing games. I should play that more casually, but like I rarely have the energy on days that I don't. Ah, that scared me. I keep on getting scared by the volumetric shit compressor. Maybe I should put a once per stream limit on it, but I do appreciate the fact that after the 15-minute cooldown from when it goes off pops, that people have been consistently triggering it, and that it works. Like, it's just it is legit. The way that I've got the timing going is it's a 30-minute audio clip. After the 30 minutes of silence, it plays like that quick recording, and I love that it works and doesn't interrupt other sound redeems. Hey, isn't that Mario? You're right. Talk about lucky. They had the worst guard shift of their lives to the best. So there's a gimmick here. If we're at the part of the game that I think we are, I don't think we have to respect it. Which is fun. Ooh, curveball. Love that for us. I missed that. Yep. The problem I have with this game is that, and this is why I don't actually mind doing the cheese strategy of fungusing up, of fussling yourself. Also, side note, it is so weird how fussle has entered my regular vocabulary, and it's fussle, verb, to become full of mushrooms. Hang on. Well, fussle, verb, to become full of mushrooms. That just needs to be on there, because that's what it means. Yeah, to become the fungonaut. To just become fungused. It's absolutely shroomed. His pants, full of hyphae. Shirt, full of hyphae. Socks, soggy. It's ridiculous. But Riscarane does that to your brain. It's just like, yeah, that's a word now. It's not even, it's just because there's an item called bustling fungus that people are called or refer to as bungus. And then that, or like the alternate version of, no wait, that's wungus. How did it become fussled? Oh yeah, because bungus is you swap the B in the, or the F in the, or the B in the bustling with F in fungus. So that means it goes from bustling fungus to fussling. Ow! Hey Maya, we're just talking about being full of mushrooms. How are you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you had a good time. Hey Maya, Shades. Hi Ren. God, my brain is dropping out. I hope you had a good time. I really love Death's Door. Like, that is a game that, like, Tunic, I was playing with my brother, which second time we brought him up because we were talking about Hell Let Loose earlier. I hope you had a good stream. We are playing Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. We beat Shallow Closets earlier. Had a good time all around. For anyone new here, I'm Eldritch Horror Bread, Eldritch Horror from Beyond Reality. You had about an old band Blockbuster full of retro games. Thought, holy shit, this is amazing. Most play retro stuff, sometimes old stuff. Also, I'm not the bread roll itself, I'm just what's possessing it. So it got a couple different forms. Right now, the models we have is bread. Man, that was in chat, so now there's just a whole bunch of weird. And also, some more humanoid one I call Corpse for obvious reasons. Also, big shout out to Maya. She did the BRB screen, and it looks amazing. Too late, Brez, now a bear. Ah, dang it. Fussling bungus? Yes. Steam bun. that's kind of the vibe. Every now and then we just get cooked. But we had a good time. Like, I checked when I was on a break and saw that you got to Ernwitch's Manor. How far in did you get to it? At some point I'll finish. Eventually, it's always a work in progress. There's always enough time to wait. I think I've been waiting for one for Static since... Yeah, I commissioned Static before Corpse. And I've had Corpse for like 2 years at this point. Got the fun. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I came in right as you were in the Avarice mission for that. Music's so good. Uniform that's the Stay Puft from Ghostbusters made of bread rolls. Hang on. Let me add the image for the closest thing I have is this little comic I got a while ago. Let me find the dang thing. Art commissions. There we go. Average height. Ah, why is that so big? Wait, I got it with me and Ace, one of the mods and the person who rigged Corpse, that it's a running joke that her Jack calls her short, but she's actually like perfectly at the average height for her area. And she was playing Expedition 33, so we copped the dialogue, but like, you're much tinier than I remembered. I'm average height. Not going good for Bread. He deserves it. So I have quite a few to be the channels of my oh yeah, that's a lot of work. Like, I've seen some incredible PNG models or just stuff like that. I was getting TikToks of someone who has, like, they're a robot with a CRT monitor off of one shoulder, and that swaps. That's like their TTS pet, but also can show specific images, and it's very cool. So even my final form, that's true. There's 4. We got Bread and Corpse, which are both on screen. Then we have Static, that's more of a cloud of gas in the vague form of humans. It's like the mathematical average of everyone who's went into the blockbuster and didn't come out. And we've got Reen, which is oh wait, that was very short. Got a 7-inch tall haunted anime figurine that people keep on stealing for some reason, probably because of resale values like 5K because of rarity, and they have to be recovered. I don't think I have. Or are you freezing breath? Maybe an aspiration. Maybe we'll get there. Need a form. All right, that. Yeah, no, they had a good stream. And if you have to raid and run, totally understand. Like, I know that you're on a time limit, Maya, so appreciate you stopping by and, like, yeah. Hope you had I really hope that you have a good stream of that, because, like, it's just a great game. It's so cute. Ah, thanks. Appreciate it, Stoffel. Take a look after it. I love that this is, like, the one area of the game where, like, surprisingly, even people are even excited to see Luigi. Like, he gets disrespected by everyone and their mother, and then it's like, oh right, when mushrooms shoot more here it is. More mushrooms make you luckier. Yep. There, and then more mushrooms mean more damage. BP auto aim. Like, this one isn't great off the bat, but we have 2,000 coins, so we'll just up this. It's the dumbest cheese strategy, and we're already getting to the point where we can one-turn a boss. Like, I always feel bad because the way I played this as a kid was that, was that I didn't fight that often, but I want to keep that just because I rarely do that side quest. Yep, sell that. Sell those. Sell that. Oh, beanbag. That. Comfy. This is why I never sell anything. That's different. Bean juice, school slacks. Yeah. Hey, how many of those do I have? And keep that, because, like, yeah. The auto heal is amazing. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't care about that. Buy again. And now I just have to heal with nuts. Now it should be at the point where I don't have to worry about anything. Why did I do this? Because if I'm going to be ridiculously overpowered from natural points, the problem is I love the combat of these games. So I tend to fight everything just because, which means I naturally get stronger than expected, because like this is one of the rare JRPGs where you actually can get by without a ton of grinding, which is what I really love about that. You don't need to grind like mad in order to get by. It's probably why Mario games are one of the few RPGs I actually can finish, because I don't have the patience to grind. It makes my brain crawl and scream a bit. It's gotten better, but there's a reason that I joke that the best way to... I feel like there has to be something up here. Like, there is no reason why we should be able to get up here if there wasn't a thing. Oh, hey, Cass. How's it going? Hell yeah. Back of the boss. Good. Back of the blockbuster, side of the blockbuster, sometimes front of the blockbuster, very rarely on the top of it. How are you doing, Cass? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, like, it's gotten better, but I've always jokingly said that the best way to grind is drunk, because at that point, like, I just want to do mindless stuff and don't have the capacity to advance the story. And there's been like a couple times where I got very drunk, hazy memory, but it ended with basically I woke up the next day and there was and I had the entire Coliseum ground out, a whole lot of resources, and never had to deal with anything remarkably resource intensive again. Like, it does kind of work, but also not a good idea in general. But yeah, so I've always liked the Mario games that they're very grind light, that you don't need to grind it out and get like the numerical advantage. You can, and it will help. Like, I mean, we dealt with a boss in 2 hits. It's, yeah. All right. Told to play the arcade game. Also, the rare appearance of Geno from like his debut in Super Mario RPG. Like, they got the rights from Square for this little cameo, and they never used him again, because that Super Mario RPG and all the original characters for that belong to Squeenix. And they only recently were allowed to, you know, get the remake. Right. There's strategy, but I think the bigger one is just dump, throw, and deal with the fact that... Actually, no, you want the bombs in, because then it swaps it from being the one that's on the bottom to the one on the top, and that's just great for everyone. Rare? Yeah, it's the only one. That's what's so rare about it. Just technically a singular encounter, since like you see him here. I think there's a one in like a costume in New Smash. That's it. And is like this and nothing. Man, how did I have trouble? I absolutely love going back to Game Boy games, because these were the games that I played before my brain really developed, and and figured out how to play games more complex than Super Mario Bros. 3. Because I could consistently get to World 8 even as a kid on that one. And same with like well, I could beat Super Mario 64, but I couldn't 100% it. It's so much fun for me to go back to these. That's a poison shroom. These people just need to be investigated, because of course this happened. Brain really never developed. Get by rubbing a few brain cells together to make mood. That's what it feels like. Like, there was a blissful era of ignorance when I didn't realize how dumb I was, and now there's the point of where I am just desperately trying to spark one brain cell off the side of my skull or itself. And I just wish I could go back to not realizing how much I don't know. But we get by. Hopefully, somehow. Hopefully easier every day, but meh. But no, there's the fun thing about Game Boy games is that I go back to like this or Pokemon Yellow and games that I didn't realize how to really play and breeze through them because I'm like, oh, the problem was that I was playing it so poorly. Oh, and I also love this. Luigi, you go to Hoffling Ruins? Yeah, sure. Side note, according to recent research, they just have this ready. Frightful monsters such as these selling off of ruins. Rumors say those who have been attacked by these monsters have had their bones broken, flesh stripped, and their blood sucked out. Yuck. Oh, that's what they say. Doc, your bedside manner sucks. That's quite frightful. But you're Luigi. You'll be fine there, surely. Right? You'll be fine, won't you? No. This is for Mario's sake, right? You will go, yes? Look, it's your brother in love. Sheer will is making his cowardly bones move. How inspiring. You're our only hope. Please come back safely. We'll be waiting for you. You can't jump. You can't do anything. Luigi, something matter? Oh, he's such a spineless wimp. I love him. And there's a point where it's like, you can only go downhill from the Mushroom Embassy to one house in particular. It's like, can't jump up here. On one hand, it's interesting level design, but you need the high jump to get to the pipe here. This is the lowest place in town from the Mushroom Embassy. Psychocamic's become obsessed with his hobby, hypnosis. In fact, now brings someone in every day and attempts his weird little hypnotisms. Hey, Psychocamic. Oh, are you interested in my hypnotic abilities? Oh dear, you look so nervous, horrified even. Why don't you start by taking a long, deep breath? How's that? Feel more relaxed now, don't you? Say, dressed strikingly like... Oh god, the toads all know who Luigi is. Bowser's minion. Wait, of course Bowser's minions don't know who Luigi is. Luigi stays at home all the time. Like, this is the first... This and Luigi's Mansions were standout games for like, hey, we're having Luigi do something. And canonically, like, hey, we're having Luigi do something. It's been established canonically for as much as they tried to have a standard as canon in these games for this game and Paper Mario that Luigi largely just stays at home. Which it's funny because, like, yeah, there's a lot more solo Mario stuff, but he did debut as just a palette swap. Like, he did plenty. So Luigi is King's Boo's protagonist. They've never met aside from like the Super Mario Bros. 3 and earlier games. Like when they needed a side scroll Oh, hat and clothes not red? You are Mario. Hey, if it works, it works. I think if you talk to people who know Luigi, will be like, what? Seeking normal foods I eat all the time. Ugh. Why are they relatable? This game was fun when I was a kid. Now it's just relatable. Yeah. Commotion. Yeah, this dude. Mr. Mario isn't with you? What? Saying before we're in my eyes? Luigi? Did someone thump you on the head? No respect to Luigi. Except for they're trying to give respect. Yeah. I think I can do this entire area very quickly. What's the XP totals? Rose info. Right. I love that you can still edit all of the other bros stuff, but they hold up a picture of the other instead of them being there. I love the little details. But yeah, I forget that it's interesting because on one hand, yeah, of course Luigi needs more XP to get to the next level than Mario. Mario's basically just shaking off all the rust from his constant adventuring nonsense. But this is like the first time that Luigi's really doing something. Luigi gets a little respect, but yeah, like I've seen a a post that explains it perfectly. Luigi is the second greatest warrior in this world, but he has no sense of scale. Like, he doesn't realize that Mario is the only person stronger than him, or that Mario is on par with Mario, and that he really shouldn't be reacting to, King Boo or Bowser or all these existential threats the same way he would to, like, a spider in the bathroom. Like, he's a coward, but he has no appreciation of scale. Like, he is terrified of everything, but will push through and deal with it eventually in his own way. It just might take a moment, and it's like, you don't really like, yeah, he's kind of reacting to these. Dang it. Yeah, Wario's roughly around his potency. Clearly, yeah, like, Luigi is very much close to it. And, like, Wario's whole thing is he's absolutely brilliant, terrifyingly strong. Like, yeah, he's portrayed as fat gluttonous slob, but also his most common trait in every Wario Land game is bodily picking up enemies and throwing them at people. Or, like, charging head. Oh, come on, I hit that. What? Oh, that's when it hits. I see how it is. And, like, yeah, the most disrespected person all of this is Waluigi, who literally just exists. Wait. I have a new headcanon that just popped into it. Waluigi is only interested in sports. Like, the whole reason there hasn't been a Waluigi game is dude's just a pro athlete. He is not equipped to deal with or does not get into these sorts of things, because long-standing thought that Mushroom Kingdom is just a death world. The reason Mario Party minigames are so violent is because getting lightly smacked on the head is equivalent to these people as being thrown in lava. They just drop off. Watch the trailer for HLL Vietnam. Yeah, I saw what you mean about it. Because, like, yeah, they can't. World War II was like the last point that those. Oh, there's a bean there. I actually didn't know that. It was like after that, after World War II, in terms of big conflicts or wars to cover, it's really hard to do symmetric warfare past that. Largely because current event politics stuff, blah, blah, blah. However, you can make it asymmetrical, and if you do it well, which they are good at it, it's pretty cool how much attention to detail they are willing to put into things. Like, you can make it pretty fair, and I'm excited because I've read a couple more of the dev notes and the like, that not only is it very much asymmetric to that, it's also, where am I going with this? All right. That the Vietnam side of things, you can dig tunnels and deploy from them, which means you can just make a point in the map and like, yeah, we can deploy from here. We can dig into the point, and I was wondering if there's anything down here. There isn't. Can dig into the point and just kind of deploy dudes in there until you either flush us out, somehow destroy it, which I assume part of the thing is it's like a garrison in HLL or base held let loose that you can deploy from, but the problem is it's hard enough to find those. I assume that these are just harder to find Garys. Terrifying how much Waluigi is. He's aware of much Nintendo doesn't like him. There's a clip of Martine doing Waluigi claiming the world's stacked again. I mean, it's true. They don't like him. He has it's like if Wario is a dark reflection of Mario, Waluigi is that for Luigi, and part of it is that they just don't recognize him at all, which is funny. Okay, so drop that. Raise the green. Why am I doing this? We have like 3 minutes left. Yeah, I think probably the smart thing right now is to just end stream, because yeah, got a good point. We're in the middle of the dungeon, but like I'll know exactly where it is and we can get back to it. So let's see, who do we have to raid? We have a wonderful selection of all the people who I had tabbed have raided into me. So, oh, dang it. I think, yeah, they did just, the one person I was thinking of doing just ended. We got Elden Ring, we got Star Fox Adventures. Let me wait, I think they're ending too. Dang it! And I'm stuck in ads and I want to be able to catch it, so I feel like with Gong. Oh wait. No, this is perfect. Yeah. I had a choice between 2 fishes, and neither one worked out. Well, this is actually perfect. Everyone's obsessed with Silk Song. We got Centipede VTuber playing Skong. We're just going into bugs playing bugs. This is perfect. We're gonna be raiding Syphils. They're great. Just like say Skong or something. See you when I see you. The schedule is still, I don't really know if this works and I have energy. We'll see. If not, it'll just be another taco night in hell. See ya.